Vapi, how are you doing, brother?
Good, Steve. How are you?
Beautiful. Tell me, before you started gym, where were you mentally and physically?
Mentally, brain fog, unmotivated, just essentially struggling with things. Lack of vitality, just drudging along, basically. Yeah.
So how did your day look like?
There's no structure. You wake up, you do whatever, the day happens upon you, other than you on the day. Yeah.
The day was running you.
The day was running me, basically, yeah.
And if you think of them, what are the things that you are avoiding or ignoring in your life?
Accountability. I knew there was more, but there's always that fear of the unknown, the fear of a challenge. Because, a new you essentially requires you to be more than what you are right now. And I think that is where the fear lies in.
Now, if you look at it, what did you know that you were supposed to be doing but you are avoiding?
This, Steve. It's not easy. I mean, to this day, it's not easy. Many excuses come about, and it's always the why that needs to be stronger than that excuse. Yeah.
And if you look back, can you remember the day when it hit you that something had to change?
Oh, it's probably age-old thing. You look at yourself in the mirror, and you think, "Is this it?"
That was your wake-up.
That was my wake-up call. Especially when you catch yourself by accident, like, this can't be life. Yeah.
So going back there, what do you think would have happened if you didn't change?
It would have just gone progressively worse.
Like?
I think, I don't know, maybe obesity. And look, I come from a family where diabetes is a thing. And I think a large part of making that decision was, to sort of deviate from that eventuality had I stayed in that situation or looking that way.
And what were the excuses you were telling yourself not to start?
That's always, you especially when you're younger, you think there's always time. So you keep kicking 10 forward, as it were. I'll do it tomorrow, I'll do it, and then it's 2-3 years later and you're still saying the same thing.
In the last 2 years, you've upped up your gear. But before that, what do you think was stopping you from committing fully?
Look, I've been coming to the gym, but I think, again, you need to level up. You need to understand. It's sort of like sitting down, and many of us don't do this, where each year comes by, you may do the proverbial New Year's resolutions. That usually lasts 2-3 weeks into the year, but no one really takes stock, sits down and has a plan for the year. So I think that is what changed fundamentally. I've been coming to gym. I just needed to be intentional about gym. And I think that was the flip, because I think it happened maybe a year or two ago. Yeah, where it completely just ramped up.
Everything has just changed the last 24 months.
Yeah.
Now, what's been the hardest part of this challenge?
It's the days. It's never obviously consistent. As I said before, your why needs to be more than any excuse your mind will play tricks on you, because your mind finds pleasure in the routine. Anything that changes, it sees as an attack. So it will fight you, and you just need to have that willpower to push beyond that.
So between discipline, time, and consistency, how did you overcome that? Because those are the three things stopping most men from becoming a better version of themselves.
Look, as human beings, we're wired to reward receptors, essentially. Things like assessment room, where you know that if you stick to something for the week, you assess, you see results. Even if the results aren't what you aim for, don't look at it as a negative. It's rather a corrective action that needs to happen. Your body's still giving you feedback. Look at it that way.
Feedback is the important word.
Yeah.
Think of a moment when you almost quit.
When I started, because obviously you want to see results now. You don't understand that you got to this point over making certain decisions over a number of years that were not good for you. And that cannot be undone in a couple of weeks. So you need that commitment. As I say, start with the beginning, with the end in mind.
So why did you not quit? Why did you not quit?
Because I knew what I wanted. As I said, I started with the end in mind. I made the decision up front, and yeah, I stuck to it. Yeah.
Can you remember when things started shifting for you positively mentally?
You won't see it. People will tell you. You'll see it also for yourself in terms of, it was minor things for me, like me not needing an alarm in the morning anymore because it became part of my lifestyle. I wake up, I go for a run. No one wakes me up. No alarm, nothing, I just wake up. I always use the analogy of a run because there's days where I don't feel like running. And those are the days I have my best runs. Because when I come back, I feel like I've accomplished something. And I've accomplished something very early in the morning. And that just sets up the rest of my day.
Any specific habits or routines that have changed everything for you that you can share with whoever is listening?
I'd say be comfortable with being honest with yourself. Because I think we all know what we need to do. We're just scared to do it. So be comfortable. And it comes in solitude, mind you. And we live in a world now where there's a lot of noise. There's these watches, there's your phone, there's TV.
Choose your poison.
Choose your poison, yeah, essentially.
Now, how was exercise? What has it taught you about discipline?
By sticking to it, I've learned discipline. Because I sit there in that uncomfortability whilst I exercise. Yes, I enjoy it, but obviously it's strenuous to do it. But I sit and I do it. I'll use the example of, for instance, running on a treadmill. You're running in one place for an extended period of time. The discipline comes to, I need to run for 30 minutes. I need to understand my pace, and I need to stick to it. So I'm in this little cocoon. I'm not looking at what Steve is doing next to me. Steve is running at 13, and I'm running at 10. I'm running my own race.
In your own world.
In my own world.
Now, who are you now, Vapi, compared to the man that you used to be before?
I'm a better partner, better husband, and just in my professional life as well. You know, I've seen major improvements.
How has this improved your life in business, family, and confidence? For sure, I can tell.
Confidence.
You're a different man for me.
Yeah,
The man
yeah.
that I met many years ago.
Yeah.
You're two totally different.
Yeah, no, I would say to anyone out there contemplating on making that decision to start taking control of their health, coming to the gym, it's the best decision. It's not just in the physical sense. You'll see it in your character as well. Because if you can show up for yourself, it's very easy for you to show up for everyone else as well. Because that becomes part of who you are, essentially.
It's your identity now.
Yeah.
Vapi, there's a man sitting out there watching right now, and he knows he's not where he's supposed to be. So what I need you to do is I need you to look him straight in the eye. What will you say to him?
Get up and just do it. Be it your health, be it that business idea you've been thinking about. A lot of us get stuck in, I need to do it when the stars align. They'll never align. So just get up and start. Yeah.
What happens if he keeps on delaying this?
Then you'll be waiting for nothing for forever. It'll never arrive in the way that you have it in your head. Yeah.
Why must he commit now?
Commit now because tomorrow's not promised today. Yeah.
So Vapi, what I'm going to do here, I'm going to say a sentence and I need you to finish it for me. I didn't just lose weight. I became a man who?
Achieve something.
Beautiful, brother. Vapi, you're a different man. You've grown as a brother. You've grown as a businessman. You've grown as a husband. You've grown as a son. But apart from all those, for me, you've grown as a better human being. Keep on doing what you're doing and keep on inspiring us. God bless you. And take care.
Thanks, Steve.